What's up, people? Welcome back to Tuesday Museday. I'm Kalani. I don't know what's happening today, but today's theme is heating up. So hot over here. But I was blasting the AC before the session, so I think I'm good. At least I hope I am. All right. Hi, everybody. We'll say hello in a second, but I just wanted to welcome you all officially. And let's keep going, shall we? Let's see. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3. Welcome again. All right, everybody. How are we doing? Wow, it's looking very warm in the studio, isn't it? How's the volume? How's the sound? Everything okay? I think it's okay. I don't know. You tell me. All right. So, as I was just playing that, so I have this fancy clock over here. I've mentioned this before, but I have this digital clock right above, right next to the camera. And I've got this outside thermometer thing. And thanks, Roseanne. Everything's awesome. Awesome. That's good. That's the way we like it. And I was looking up, and I have this outside temperature read, right? Inside and outside. Inside, it says it's 78. But I don't believe that. I think it's a little cooler than that. But outside, it was 100. That's Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Don't worry. The world is not on fire. But, oh my goodness, now it's down to 99. But that's outside. But where is it hotter? Inside or outside? That's the question. All right, let's say hello to everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. Alex, what was going on with Alex? He said 6 hours early. Oh, Christina H, 2 hours early. What? You guys are early. That's really early. That's earlier than me. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Christina. I think Alex had to go, but Christina H is here. Doug, welcome. Bill, Bradley, welcome from, what is it? Ottawa? I might be saying that wrong. Iowa, welcome. Daisy's here. All right, only able to jump in for a few minutes. That's cool. We have next week. We always have another week, except for in a few weeks, because I'm going to be gone. But maybe we could do something. And Charlie's here. Welcome, Charlie. Roseanne, as always, thank you for being here and holding it down for everybody and kind of providing a little extra value. Cornelius is here. Awesome. Welcome. And who H? I'm reading and talking at the same time. Who else? Joe is here. Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. And it's good when I can look on my phone and scroll, because on the computer it just says things like waving pink hand. You know, it's not the same. Now I can see the pink hand, which is satisfying. Orpheus Creative Company, welcome. And anyone else? Felix, hey, what's up? Jesse James, and checking in, awesome. And I think we are up to date. All right, so yeah, I kind of felt I didn't really have a lot of much of a plan, you guys, when I sat down today. All I had was kind of a tempo. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm feeling whatever this is, which I think was. Let me see, can I check it? Let me see if I can check the tempo. Just out of curiosity's sake, I think it was 114, which is the temperature is pretty close to that over here. So yeah, that felt like the groove for today. I don't know, it just kind of felt like something hot, something warm. Which in 114 is not even that fast. It's not even like disco tempo, but it felt kind of fast, right? I guess it depends how you're playing the music. So I was just like, let's just go for it. And I started standing up, and I was using these things. Aren't these things fun? Let me see if I can show you a little bit more closely. These are, okay, this is Vic Firth. They call this a dreadlock, which is probably cultural appropriation. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can find something. Speaking of Pink, who I am a fan of, by the way. She's awesome. These are like metal. Can you guys see that? It's like metal. They're twisted metal rods, kind of. And the ends are. Let me see if I can give you a close up. Let me see. Let's focus. And check it out. Okay, this is better. Yeah. You guys see that? Like the metal tips are like circles, right? So that's nice, and it's safe because you can play on the drums and you're not going to hurt anything. As opposed to this one, which is the other one. This one, oh my God. I feel like this should be in the kitchen or by your bed in case an intruder comes in. This one is kind of dangerous. I think this one is, who makes this one? Plugs Percussion. This is an old one. And this is literally just, it's what you see. It's just metal rods. Very dangerous. Don't try that at home, all right? But they both kind of do the same thing. They have similar sounds. And I kind of like these either just, like you could just play them by themselves, you know, as a, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with these, right? You can do something scrapey. Scrapey? That is an official word. Let me see. You can just do that. They sound good on just on the side of a drum, like that, or and then you could play drums like I was hitting these. I'm not going to do it too loud, but you can, if you're careful, you can play your drums with these. It's okay. It's a little risky. I'm not recommending that you do it. I'm just saying that you could. So, but at your own risk. All right. So that's those things. And then what else? I use this mallet, which I really like. This is the Big Boom mallet from Jack Sticks, and I use it on the cajon. Which I liked it. You know, I don't really have to worry about hurting anything with this one. It's just like a big felt wrapped mallet. And then I played a little bit later in the groove. I played the what? The what? You guys have to name this. I'm not doing all the work. That's the double bell. Put it in the chat. And also this one, this shaker, which is obnoxious and super loud. All right, Daisy, thanks for dropping in. We'll see you next time. This shaker is, that's like for Brazilian style, giant triple metal tube shaker. So it's super loud, but I like it. What else do we have? We have some jingles like these. Percussion jingles over here. I don't know how well you can see this. I feel like the camera's dark. Let me see if I can lighten this one up. No? Yeah, a little bit. This one, which is like, it's just jingles, like tambourine jingles, but they're attached to the drum. So that's by Native Tongue Percussion. And then we had some bells. I've got a block over here and here. I'm not sure if I don't think I played those yet. Got a couple bells back here on Native Tongue Percussion stuff. Then we had congas, of course. We had congas over here. We have bongos over there. And is that, I don't know. I don't like the way this camera looks today, but too bad. Let's see. It's just the way it is. Gankogwe is the double bell, and that is correct. They're similar to agogo in that they are a double bell, but agogo are the Brazilian style. Let me see if I can show you. I know I have some over here, but where were they? It's a bit of a mess over there, so I'm not gonna. If I go digging around, it'll be too noisy. But yeah, agogo we've had in the past, but those were the gankogwe. West African, ewe drumming, gahu drumming, and that's where you'd find those. And then I had down here, we have the djembe, right? Djembe drum. West African goblet-shaped drum for some groovy soloing and rhythm. And then, yeah, in the cajon I mentioned, that's it, I think. Bongos, yeah. Pretty much everything in the groove here. Let's take another listen. Now that you've had a minute to, we've gone over all the instruments. See, this is the sticks, right? And I like the way they paired up with the bongos and the bell over here. So if I'm recording, I'll often put that kind of stuff on the edges of the mix, like I did here. And then we have the drums are like more towards the center. And usually I would put the bass drums and stuff right in the middle. That's just typical. You don't have to. There's lots of recordings where the bass drum's not in the middle, but that would be typical. And then on this mix, I put the shaker like right in the middle. Just because I had a lot of other stuff going on, and I thought I might want to end up with like just shaker. So I have that I can mix up and down. And what's funny to me, you guys don't need to know this, but I'll just tell you, is that the shaker loop is like a 4-bar loop. It's twice as long as the other loops, just because the middle, on my looper over here, can I show you? Barely. See all these little red circles? These are all for the looper. Yeah, you can kind of barely see it. These all represent channels, right? So I can start that. I can start this one. I can start the shaker, right? And then I can turn them off like that. And so the middle channel, I often leave it open for a longer loop in case I want to play ukulele or something, or I want to have a vocal line that's a little bit longer than 2 bars. So in this case, my looping was 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That was most of the loops, but then the shaker was double that. It was pretty long. So it was kind of funny because it had this, and the shaker's only a beat long, like it's just chicka chicka, right? That's all it is. So it could literally be 1 beat, but instead it was 16 beats long. Anyway, nobody cares, but it's just a little bit of live looping trivia facts for you. All right, so let's go on with the next part of the show. Now that we've all said hello, let's do this.
Guess the sound!
Okay, you guys, now this should be very easy, but maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. So, first person who can correctly identify this gets the temperature of points. The temperature outside of points. All right, here we go. Should be easy for you guys because you're professionals and semi-professionals. What is it? You got to be first in the chat. All right, well, there are some facts coming in. All right. I'm going to give it to Felix because even though it is a frog. It's the wooden frog. Of course it is. It's this guy, the wooden frog. So Felix gets 99 points today. It's just one of these, we call it a frog rasper, right? A rasper is like a scraper. I don't know who came up with the word rasper. I mean, I guess it's a scraper. Although it really doesn't sound like a scraper, right? It sounds more like what? Like a frog? It sounds good when you put a little reverb on it. And someday, so congratulations, Felix. Someday I'm going to get out I have a lot of these things, a lot of these frogs. And I thought it would be fun to do a swamp. You guys hear the mourning dove? I'm getting free audio right now. I should incorporate that. There's a mourning dove outside, which is awesome. Let's see if I can grab the audio of the mourning dove. Maybe later. Yeah, I don't think you guys can hear it. What was I talking about? The that I was gonna do like a swamp soundscape or something because I have a bunch of these frogs, little tiny ones, and actually I have a couple that are bigger than this. Like they're really really bullfrogs. I have bullfrogs all the way to little tiny frogs, and different sounds like cricket sounds, and we can do wind and some rain and maybe some bubbles and stuff, and so that's kind of fun. So yeah. The wooden frog. All right, so congratulations, Felix. Awesome job. 99 points. I'll let you know if it goes down to 98, but you've got 99 in the bag, so congratulations. All right, now would be a time for any questions. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them, and I'll do my best to answer. Let's try to keep it to the subject of the show. That would be great, but I might know the answer to some random stuff. If you like, I'm happy to tackle anything. Or you guys can ask me anything relevant. All right, so I hope everybody's doing well wherever you are. And think about, also, while we're having questions, get ready for Gimme 5, because we want to get into Gimme 5 about 10 minutes. We want to be making music about 10 minutes before we end, so about 5:50 local time. So Cornelius is asking if I have any Yanni updates. I don't really follow, I don't really follow a lot of artists, but yeah, I don't have the Yanni update. I don't know, does anybody know what Yanni's doing? I don't know if he's touring. He usually tours, right, in the summers, but I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to take some time off. I mean, he's in his early 70s now, I guess. And so, although it seems like people from that generation never want to stop at all doing anything. They never retire. People don't retire anymore. I don't know. I want to retire sometime. Start doing stuff. Other stuff. Although I probably won't ever stop playing music. That's the nice thing about like this kind of thing, is you don't have to stop. In fact, you can do more music as you get older, and it's actually great to do in a number of ways. So, okay. So Cornelius is saying he has shown no internet presence. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe. That's something to look into. There was a Yanni like fan board or something, Yanni fan club. I think they must know something, right? Somebody over there. And Rosanna was saying, "Yeah, I'm busier now that I've retired." I know, right? I believe it. There's so many things to do, and you can do whatever you want, which is great. And I know Rosanna's doing music and whip cracking, sometimes wisecracking. What else are you doing, Roseanne? I know you're doing a lot of different instruments, though, not just drumming, right? And you also have some Native American style flutes. So yeah, it's a lot. I mean, just those things will keep you busy, and then with all the other life stuff, I'm sure that's a full-time situation. Oh, okay. Cornelius is saying you asked before, and I said remind me in a few weeks. So yeah, I'll try to remember. I have a lot on my plate, so I don't always remember like things. But I'll try to look into it. I don't know that I know anybody who's playing with him right now. I know Karen and Bradley and Julie, but I don't know. I was actually thinking about Charlie, though, the other day, because Nashville came up, and Charlie was living in Nashville, and I thought about him the other day. So maybe I can reach out. I think I have his email, or we're friends on Facebook or something, so I'll try to check in. All right, yes, busy in a good way, says Christina H. That's, yeah, that is very true. Oh yeah, knife throwing, that's right. Flute, harp, so gardening, drumming, flute, harp, whip cracking, knife throwing, painting. it seems like you might need to do some of those things as a result of other things, like painting as a result of knife throwing. I don't know. Gardening, knife throwing with gardening, you could just, go harvest some stuff with your knives. I don't know. I'm just thinking. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Anything that I could possibly answer? And as you guys think about that, I want to do a brief music mindfulness today, just to touch on an idea that is, a musical idea, and but something that relates to mindfulness. So I'm going to make this quick. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear in my studio sometimes, like I have this big drum right here, and when I talk, right now, of course, I'm exaggerating, but can you guys hear that? I mean, I can hear it. Hopefully, you guys can hear. When I talk, and I'm just near the drum, right? I'm close to the drum, but you hear how it resonates? So we call that sympathetic vibration, right? And that, to me, illustrates this idea of association, that our mind does that kind of thing with thoughts. And you can think of it as a resonance, right? When you have something that happens or you think about. Now, this happens with the the psychosomatic body, right? Somatic meaning body, psycho meaning mind or thoughts. And we all know this, so I'm just going to point this out, but it's nothing new. We all know this, is that when things happen, when we have an experience and we have thoughts and feelings about that experience, what happens is that there is a resonance in our mind body, and that adds to the experience, because what happens is whenever we have a thought about something, or we even remember something, everything that's similar to that will be somehow connected to that experience, right? Now, in some ways, we can call this PTSD. That would be one manifestation of that, because when something happens that, like 4th of July just happened here, and for that time, for veterans, for example, they can have PTSD about being in battle and having explosions around. So that's just one example. It's not like this is always a negative. In that case, it would be probably, right, for people, because they're re-experiencing trauma. The point of bringing this up is that our minds and our mind body does this kind of thing automatically. And so in music, that can be really great, because it's a tendency to want to play with and resonate and vibe, with other people. That's an official scientific word, vibe, with other people and with nature, and even with the music we're playing ourselves. And that's something that is a quality of the self-organizing nature of music. We move towards harmony and grooves and coherence, and then at some point we also move away from those things and create something new. And that's part of the natural cycle of music. But in a mindfulness practice, what I think is really great to realize is that it's normal and natural for our mind and our body, because when we have thoughts, sometimes there's a reaction that accompanies those thoughts, right? It can be fear, it could be joy, it could be happiness, it could be sadness, laughter, whatever it is. But there's a resonance that happens, and that resonance is natural and it's normal. So it's okay that resonance happens. It's natural to maybe have if you've had a traumatic event, for example, it's natural and normal for that event to attach itself to future events that are similar. And we call those triggering events and everything. You guys know all this. I think all this is out there in terms of knowledge. What I would like to say about that, and maybe this could be helpful for you, and something that I use and I remember, is that it's normal for those kind of things to happen. It's the way that we as humans help organize and recognize things and form a knowingness about our environment and things, because we're pattern seeking creatures, and we like to categorize things, and it helps us, it helps us not relive the same mistakes over and over. So some of that is like a protective mechanism, right? A defense mechanism. If we have a traumatic event and then something else similar comes along, we get alerted and we're like, oh, last time this happened, it was bad. So I have to be on alert now because it looks like something similar is happening. That's good in a way, but it also can give us stress, right? So if somebody starts yelling, and then maybe our parents yelled at us, or we had a sibling that yelled at us, and now somebody else is yelling at us, it can bring back a lot of feelings and memories. And so what we need to do is remember that the process is normal of association and resonance, but the new thing is not the old thing, right? The new person who might be yelling at you has nothing to do with all the times you got yelled at before. And so what we can do to be more mindful is to remember that, keep it in mind, and just take life kind of like one thing at a time as it happens, and make the best choices we can make in the moment, and know that we don't need to experience and pull forward and validate all of our past trauma, even though it can be there on a subconscious or even a conscious level, which again is normal. So I don't want us to like make something that's normal into a bad thing, because it's not a bad thing that happens. It's just a thing that happens. But just like having a lot of thoughts is normal, but we don't have to get carried away with them, right? We don't have to like believe or pay attention to all of our thoughts as if it's all valid, because most of it's not valid really. It's just our minds, being creative, which is what they're designed to do. But all of those past events, whether we judge them as positive or negative, is irrelevant. All the past events could resonate with the current situation, and then it's up to you to recognize that and then make a choice about how you feel, how you deal with that, how you react to your reaction. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's one of the lessons like that music has taught me about mindfulness, because I experienced this resonance and the kind of associations between things, that there is this natural resonance that happens. But I, as the, if I'm going to be the boss of my experiences, which I hope I am, then I have to decide what I make of that, right? Where it takes me and how I manage that experience, how I manage the thoughts and feelings that accompany, that are getting kind of pulled into the present moment, even if they happened in the past. All right. So I don't know how short I made that. Maybe it wasn't as short as I thought, but that's okay. Hopefully, we are ready for some. Are we ready for some gimme fiving? Well, we can start to gather some suggestions. So let's do that. Yeah. All right. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you listening to my thoughts about the music mindfulness. I'm excited to share some of these things, and I know you guys have your own, practices that you've developed, and everybody has their own wisdom. So I know that we and all of our ways of being can be different, and they can also all be valid and useful. So let's remember that we don't have to like make everybody think what we think. Right? All right, let's get those Give Me 5 suggestions going. Roseanne has written, and it would be great to have somebody who has not had a Give Me 5 selected. And Charlie, welcome. If I didn't welcome you before, I think I might have. But so Give Me 5 is just, you guys pick 5 things, and I'll do my best to make some music and loop them together. I'm going to clear out the looper, and it's 98 outside now. It's dropped 1 degree. Oh my goodness. This is why I wanted to get my car finished. I've been working on restoring an old Corvette, 71 Corvette, and I knew that's why I wanted to get it done in April, you guys, because I was like, if it's not done by July, it's not going to get done until September or October, because I just can't work at all, like during the day. A little bit in the morning, a little bit at night is all I can do, but we'll see. I'm still making progress. Cornelius has some, as a suggestion, a set of 5. So that's what you guys want to do, is just like list 5 things like Cornelius did. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and set up my looper a little bit. I might change, I think I might change the meter. I'm kind of feeling like maybe a different meter, so we'll see. I think we'll still keep things kind of in the warm category, in the hot category, but maybe not like crazy. All right, what do we have? And it's Rhythmic Mix, welcome. And is that how you say your name? Or is that just like a handle? But welcome. What do we have? So what Roseanne will pick, and then we'll make some music. And we have lots of time today, so that's great. By the way, you guys, I just posted a bunch of play-along videos. If you guys are playing native flute or ukulele, or even if you just want to practice along with some beats and chord progressions, I just posted a bunch of new play-along videos on the Ukulele Club channel. That's kind of my other channel. That's just for ukulele stuff. But those are all, that channel and this channel and my Kalani music channel, which is where I post more of the flute stuff and general music stuff, like music theory. That's Kalani Music, the channel. All of these channels are supported by our Patreon page, patreon.com/Kalani. That is my page. And we appreciate anything you guys want to do to help support. A lot of the people here do support it, and I appreciate that. But there's a lot of people who are like free members, which is, you know, it's nice, but it doesn't really help too much. It doesn't help pay the bills and help me pay for some of the guest artists that I have. So I try to always, you know, I'm hiring like guest instructors, and we're doing master classes, and I'm bringing in other teachers. And all the support, some of it goes to that. And some of it goes to gear and, you know, equipment and other stuff. So if you guys can, please help support the channel. World Drum Club, by the way, you know, hosts more educational videos in the world drumming genre than I think any other channel. I'm pretty sure, because we have over 1,000 videos, and a lot of them are long. You know, some of the videos that I do are 20 minutes or longer. And so I'm going to say that World Drum Club does more for the world drumming community than any other resource online, including the Percussive Art Society. I'm just saying, because I dedicate a lot of time and energy to putting this information out here. And then on the Patreon side, you guys get access to a lot more specific, you know, kind of higher level educational material. So if you're somebody who really wants to kind of go to the next level, then consider supporting us at patreon.com/Kalani. There's links below, and there's links below to some of our supporters as well, so go check them out. They include Native Tongue Percussion, Joya Tubes, WePlayWellTogether.com, and there's other sponsors and friends of the channel, people that have sent gear for me to try and review and share with you guys. So I appreciate all of that. Appreciate you guys being here. That's the end of my infomercial. And Roseanne has picked at rhythmic maraca, güiro, clave, cowbell, congas. Okay. I think I do. I think I have all those things. Güiro, let me see. Yeah, there's a güiro over there, so let me grab that. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I've got some maracas over here. Might be noisy, reaching for stuff. I'm just gonna rearrange a couple things so it makes it easier for me. So that again is maraca, güiro, clave, cowbell, conga. All right, for the clave, I might use, should I use the frog? Maybe I can use the frog. Or I can use this, the little, can you guys see that? Yeah. I really like that stuff, the native tongue percussion clamp on instruments. It's so easy. Okay, you guys ready? Let's make some music. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Have a cool week, everyone. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Yeah, this is for you guys. Thanks. Rhythmic Mix. Is it Rhythmic Mexico? Yeah. Check out more on the channel. World Drum Club. Ukulele Club. Kalani Music. And see us at patreon.com/Kalani. By the way, Tuesday Museday is available as a podcast via the Patreon site, and I think it comes out on Spotify. I'm not sure, but anyway, you can look for that if you want to listen as opposed to watching. You can do that, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, have a good night. World Drum Club.